Now, as we were getting ready to do this service this week, I grabbed Scott Kennedy, our media guy, and we were going to go make a video. And I had this idea in my head that I could just walk up to people and ask them, if you had 90 seconds to share your faith with someone, what would you say? Could you do it? And so we set out with nothing but that in our plan. And we decided to go down to the VCU campus because students are readily available and they're not too shy. They'll usually talk to you. So as we're walking through the campus, we pulled out all our camera gear and stuff, and we're walking through the campus. And I said, Scott, something doesn't feel right. I said, if I just walk up to someone and say, hey, if someone gave you 90 seconds, could you share your faith with them? That's kind of presumptuous. We assume that they have a faith and that they want to share it. So I decided to reframe my question a little bit. And so I started off with the question, do you have a faith? Do you have a spirituality? Do you believe in something bigger than yourself? And when I asked that question to a couple of folks, they said, oh, well, I'm a Christian. And I said, okay, well, if I gave you 90 seconds of my time, could you tell me why I need to know what you know? Could you share your faith with me? And a lot of them were kind of perplexed. And so we did a couple of interviews that way, and it just felt different than the idea that I had in my head from the beginning. But we kept on walking, and as we got closer to Schaefer Court, there was this man out in the middle of the sidewalk, and he had attracted quite a crowd around him. And this guy was preaching. He was going to it. He had a Bible in one hand and a big jug of water in the other. And he was just preaching at these kids. But he was saying some pretty bizarre stuff. And I say bizarre. He was telling them they were going to hell. He said they were dressing like Jezebels, and he had a couple of other not so nice words for some of their ways and actions. And he was really laying into them. And so we interviewed some of the people around the crowd and asked them, here's this guy out sharing his faith. Pretty direct method, I would say. Was it being effective? And so our interview took a little turn, and so I want you to take a look at the result of that in the video that we got from that experience.
Hey, I'm here to teach.
What do you think of this guy that's actually doing this thing in the street here?
I mean, he's saying some ridiculous things. He's pretty interesting, like people who show their knees are going to hell.
Do you have a faith yourself?
No, I'm not religious at all, but I just think it's comical. Like, there's no purpose. These people, college students, who just want to laugh, and now the cops are here.
So there's a better way to do this, you think?
I mean, it's a good way to get out there, just to like voice your opinion in front of simple-minded kids, I guess.
He's just saying things uncalled for. It's going to cause a lot of controversy and freak out, like the way he's coming off across people. I think one day it's going to get out of control.
But do you have a faith of your own or spirituality of your own?
Yeah, I'm Christian. I've gone to church my whole life, but I don't like to oppress my views on other people, especially that hard. Like, he's just coming off way too strong, and it's going to scare people off. I think it kind of gives Christians a weird name.
So there's a right way and a wrong way to go about it?
A right way and a wrong way.
Is this got a right way and a wrong way?
I mean, obviously it's the wrong way. He's made a mockery of the whole thing he's trying to go out for.
So when you share your faith with somebody else, what do you tell them?
I don't tell them that's for sure. I don't tell them, you're a girl, you're a whore, or you're a man, and you have almighty powers over females. No, it doesn't work like that. It does not work like that.
So there's a good way and a bad way
yeah,
to share your
definitely. He needs to go to St. Paul's Baptist Church and find out what's really good. Yes.
You don't think he's having any impact?
Oh no, you gotta have especially when you take that point, you have to do it intelligently. And
do you have a faith of your own?
No, well, it's kind of, but I mean, it's hard to when you have people like him, like, claiming that this is Christianity, it's like, whatever. Right. Yeah.
So if somebody were to share their faith with you in this style, it wouldn't appeal to you?
No. No, you have to find a better forum than this. I mean, this is chaos.
I know, I was sitting out here before, and just like some Christians came up to me, and they're just like, talking to me a little bit, and I was like, hey, is there anything we can pray for you about? And like, that was cool, just like, small little stuff like that, but he's doing like all this stereotyping.
So if I'm a lost person, I say, why do I need to believe what you believe? What would you tell me?
Honestly, I mean, God's our creator. God created everything, and we owe everything to him. He deserves to be worshipped. He deserves to be exalted. And for us to just pretend that, this all came from nothing and that we're worthy to just kind of live on our own accord, it's selfish and it's naive. I mean, definitely, like, witnessing stuff like this is just really different, like, for me, because I'm not one of those, like, really, like, extroverted type people to kind of tell people they're going to hell, It's not my job to judge people,
Why are you out here doing this?
I'm out here preaching salvation from sin through Jesus Christ, the Son of God. I want to let these students know they're hellbound if they're living in sin. Jesus said, except you repent, you all likewise perish. Anybody that doesn't turn from sin is heading to hell.
Okay. Do you think that your ministry here is being effective?
Yes, I think it's 100% effective. When I come out here, it's not no students out here. So we get them here to listen, We want to engage with them, I enjoy preaching on campuses. I be myself. But yeah, I believe it's very effective.
So what's the best way to share your faith with somebody?
I would just tell them to watch how I live. I'm not a perfect person, but at the end of the day, I can hold my head up high because I know that God is taking care of me.
How can I have that same kind of comfort that you have?
Just believe in Jesus Christ. Like, he can help you out a lot.